Hello and welcome to this channeled reading. If you are new here, my name is Carrie. I have already been connecting with the Archangels and we've got a message from them. So let's get started. So hello and welcome to many of you who are new to my channel. If you're just coming by, this is your channeled message. My name is Carrie. I am a medium and I connect with spirit and bring forth channeled messages. Before I started my reading, I connect in and open up my channel. And I heard this specifically, the Archangels, that they want to bring forth a message. And this message might be exactly for you. And if it's not, if it doesn't resonate, you can just release it. So the first thing that they're wanting you to know, the angels, is that your words make a difference. The things that you say in the world and to yourself out loud are prayers. And those things that you say to yourself internally, they're prayers. And so be mindful and aware of how you're speaking about your own life. The one thing they're mentioning is that if you're getting out rage or if you're expressing yourself, that's a way of getting out almost like the toxins in your physical body. So express that. Release that, let it go. But what you're saying continuously about the state that you're in, your own ability to manifest, the things that happen in your life, you want to pay a little bit more attention to what those words are. That's what I'm hearing. So already I can tell you we're pulling a lot of the knights. Okay, we're pulling the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands. These knights are two of the most volatile, and they tend to have a lot of emotion, and they also have a lot of passion. So as soon as we're in that energy, we can know that when you're working towards a goal or moving in a specific direction or you have intention, all your heart, all your emotion, and everything that you're bringing forth into making a goal happen consists of you having to check in to see what people think of you. That's what I'm hearing. So for some of you, this is going to make a lot of sense. So with the Knight of Cups, that energy, although it comes forth with its whole heart and connects, it also is still impressionable. It is affected by what it feels is judgmental around it. So I just want you to really be mindful again of when you get your feelings hurt, of when you feel judged, and then what your interpretation is of that. And really, these angels are asking you with the Justice card here to be as logical and level-headed as possible. To understand that if you get your feelings lit up, or if something comes up for you and it feels uncomfortable, that might be an indication for you to work on healing yourself, for you to look at a deeper look into your heart space and to look where things are triggered from. That's really what I'm hearing, and I think is important for you. Because Ten of Swords, you're at a point when things are ending. Some of these negative cycles, things that you think keep happening over and over again, what they're telling you is that some of the cycles you're going through are really coming to a close. They're not going to continue. So instead of saying, this keeps happening to me, why me? Everybody else seems to get what they want. I want you to think about that beforehand. This is what they're saying. And they want you not to judge the situation. They want you to remind yourself that this pattern is on its way out, that this pattern is ending. So the Knight of Wands here can be very erratic and not always look at things from a big picture perspective. Now, we love passion, we love inspiration, we love creativity, but if it doesn't have balance and vision, it can really make you feel as though you're like a tumbleweed. That's the image they're getting me. And this is a really good time to connect with spirit and your guides and angels in order to get some direction to help you feel strong and also grounded and protected. Six of Pentacles is coming out here. Again, something that I feel like that these angels are mentioning is that you should start, I would say, protecting how much you are giving away to others. There's a lack of balance here. Now, we can't always make people do the things we want them to do. That is a given. And sometimes we really have to take a step back and say, is this person really the right person for me to be interacting with? Is this the right situation for me to be in? Do I need to maybe put my foot down and change gears? In the change of energy here, in the exchange of energy, it feels like you're giving a lot out. And also there's something here where you're telling yourself, well, that's just the way things are. I keep repeating patterns. I keep getting in these situations where people are taking advantage of me, or I'm the one doing most of the work. So you really have to ask Spirit that these things get redirected and that they change. And it has a lot to do with the fact that you have these old beliefs that you think that things won't work out, that that's just the way things are. That's the cycle I'm getting. So when we're moving into the Four of Swords, right next to the Lover's card, there's a change that's happening at this point. Whereas there's a conversion of energy, which I'm very happy to see. So many of you may already be doing this. This is what I'm hearing. And this is probably why also the angels are saying, well, we've stepped in and we are helping you with this change of the role, change of the archetype, change of the way you have lived your life up until this point. So there's a switch going on, which is wonderful. And when that switch happens is when you start taking time out for yourself, doing some deep inner reflection, and you start paying more attention to, again, your beliefs, your thoughts, and you start going to the root of where those started from through shadow work. And then you start going into this space of, okay, I'm going to connect with what I love the most, what I'm passionate about, and how I want to feel, the Lover's card. And you're getting that help. This is the confirmation in this case by the angels. So you've been working with them, you've been seeking counsel, you have been leaning into their support. And this is where they're coming out to let you know, as I said in the beginning of the reading, that your words are prayers, that they have heard you, that they're working with you, that there's confirmation that you're headed in the right direction. That's really what I'm getting. Now we just have to work on patience. That's what they're saying. Nine of Cups. The Death card. Excellent. And the Six of Cups. So you have some wonderful, the card of change, of a changing of directions coming here. So let's get this perfectly laid out for you. The number 6, the Six of Wands and also the Six of Cups, puts you in this position both emotionally, with those in your family, with those who are close to you, but also with those who possibly you work with and who look up to you. You're moving yourself from being more in having a victim role or things not working out, or over investing in places where they weren't investing in you, into this position of equanimity, of balance, of being successful, of being respected, and this is also, I think, representative of your inner child as well. Is the Six of Cups in this case has a lot to do with you really protecting your own emotional well-being. And a lot of the time when we get to the point when we're doing inner child work, which is that we are really listening to our original pains, to the things that harmed us emotionally and mentally in our youth, and then we're doing that healing work and putting ourselves in a different positions, that's when things start shifting. And that's when you move into Nine of Cups, which is a deeper sense of fulfillment, of healing, of success, of feeling you're in the moment and things are working out. So who this is for in this collective, there is just this shift in your life where you're moving from the place of being more unconscious and feeling unfulfilled into a place of transformation. And you might be still somewhere in that process of that change going on in your life, because we have quite a few of these pivotal major arcana coming through, which makes seemingly like we have the Justice card, we have the Lovers card, and we have the Death card. And those are all cards of releasing something that no longer works and detaching from it, moving into a place of love, of depth. And this could be, of course, love for self, and then love for the world around you, and committing yourself to being in places where you feel appreciated and then you can appreciate. And that change is coming from here, the Death card. The Death card has us literally stripping down what is old, what doesn't work for us, and helps us release into something of a much, much higher vibration, which is wonderful. And I was just seeing the World card just popped out on me. So we're going to take that for you. So that's a closure coming through. Fantastic. I'm actually going to pull some of the Lenormand card because I want to see also where this is taking us as well. And then Lenormand gives us another perspective of where you are, a little bit more about circumstances and what's coming up for you. So let's get into this. All right, let's see what the angels have for you. So we have the Tower card. We have the Stork. We have the Birds. We have the Stars. We have the Coffin. And then we have the Scythe. So you have some really interesting points coming out here. So let's read the story. So this is when, Tower has a lot to do with not the Tower like it is in tarot. It has to do with institutions, things that are, I would say, traditional, things that are conventional, right? And this to me seems to be really focusing a lot on the role that you've played in the past, that you were the one who was the giver. You were the one who said, well, this is just my role. You were the one who was in the position of overextending and not getting as much satisfaction. Now, the Stork has to do with news. This has to do with the delivery of information and news coming through. So for me also, because I'm getting that influence of the angels, I'm feeling like this is an infiltration also of their energy here, which is saying to you that giving you the consciousness, the awareness, and then changing the game for you, giving you the idea about changing mindset, giving you the notion of shadow work, taking you from where you are to a whole new place. And then we go further after the delivery of news and we have conversation, right? Communication with the birds. So this could be essentially you starting to talk about it, or you talking about it with other people, you starting to change things in general when it comes to your mindset, finding your crew, finding people possibly that you connect with more, getting new ideas, new inspiration. And this is all about your perception in the world, like how people perceive you. It also can be connected to things like social media, the internet. So, and also it feels like possibly you started connecting with people online, maybe through a group or something like that, where it started then changing your mindset. You were exposed to ideas, information, and transformation, even by like watching readings or taking classes or watching movies or something where you're getting education about how to change things in your life. That's what I'm getting. And then we have endings here with also the Scythe, because the Coffin means something's ending, something's dying. And you'll notice here what's the card that kind of mirrors that a little bit here is the Death card. So that is this whole other layer for you of like, okay, after that, we were stuck here with the Tower, but now we're at the point we're at transformation. Something is ending. And then as a result, the Scythe, you're cutting things out of your life that no longer fit for you. So you're in the middle of this transformation. We're going to go ahead and just complete this reading. If this has resonated for you, please go ahead and put a comment. I would love if you could like and subscribe and share. Every time you all comment and like my work, it helps me so much. Also, if you ever want to, come join me during one of my live streams on Friday nights. We have a lot of fun and we do readings for the collective and also for each other. Pretty fantastic. Okay, we're getting, wow. The two cards coming out, which completely resonate. The first card we're getting from the angels is the card of yes. And that to me has so much to do with you're headed in the right direction, that the work you've been putting in, the old stories you've telling yourself and how you limited yourself, in fact, are completely changing and transformation. Don't you love that? I love also that we're seeing this beautiful violet energy coming through, which is such a spiritual energy that comes through into our consciousness and can help release old thought forms. And also, finally, we have the word trust. And you'll notice here we have the human, we have the higher self, and then we have spirit coming through, and then the guides. So you're right exactly where you need to be, remembering that the journey you're on takes time, it takes dedication, and you are doing that transformational work. Thank you so much again for sharing this reading with me. I can't wait to see you in the next one. Take care.